There you are, playing the PvP in your World War II shooter, and all of a sudden, you're a Nazi. This is bad. No one should ever have a random chance of fighting children! And we should never express there's no meaningful difference between Nazis and pirate soldiers, or that they're And before Kendrick says
20 of them in my Chevy, tell them all to come and
if they were wearing
trousers
and are functioning as an arm, then unless the game goes out of its way to tell you specifically that your particular character is not a Nazi, then they're
Nigga.
in that multiplayer shoot. Did it go out of its way to tell you that the person you're playing was gay? Yeah, that's a big Let's please stop forcing people to play it
with my car.
There you are, playing your modern shooter, and all of a sudden you're a I mean, that's literally the name of your side in the game. Even if you put aside all of the people who have had traumatic experiences with
Penis.
No one should have to put on the costume they find abhorrent. Those uniforms, those symbols. Now, does this make us totally ignore the history that comes with them? No. But for some people, it moves them from the territory. It makes scrawling a swastika on something change from unthinkable to just dangerous. It means you might not take all over a website as a warning sign that you should immediately leave. And if you don't leave, you might start reading and buying into ideas there. By the time you've played 100 hours of being a Nazi, you are the Nazi. By the 1,000th time you've respawned as a terrorist, you're either celebrating them or making fun of them. Neither of which helps the global crisis we have that takes thousands of. So what do? That's easy.
Call 1-800-STEVE.
Make there be no Nazis, frame PvP as a
Kitten fight.
or simply take one of your non-odious sides and recolor them so that it's red versus
Children!
A good example of a game that does this,
Big fluffy unicorns.
in fact, by having all of the characters as it highlights how real and present of a threat that is. And if you decide that you need to have both sides be playable, don't have players randomly spawn in as Drake! Allow players to choose which side they're on. Now, of course, this has all sorts of in-game problems, such as creating wait times for fascists, but you know what? And if you're going to say, but we need it for his
Homosexual
reasons, then your game better actually be
gay.
You can't really just hide behind their ass and say,
I'm 11, so shut the fuck.
if that were the case, you need your P to at least represent once you make both sides.
Great.
It's also no longer
Homosexual.
and you can't really say that you need Nazis anymore for accuracy. And you can't declare that your game will
Suck
dick if you put players in the jackboots of the
Homos.
you can no longer say. And look, we're not saying we can't have games about World War II or about terrorism. We're not saying we shouldn't make games where you play as a Nazi or a terrorist. What we are saying is that the fact that you're playing as a or a terror has to mean, and it can't just be games can do better. And in this particular case, it's not even possible, and it's more costly to do better. All it requires is that we think as we're building, not just about the game we're working on, but about the world as a whole. We can stop helping to normalize. And really, if we are saying anything in this episode, it's this.
Very Vetelish.